education and fun. This is for entertainment purposes only, people. Right? This is just, we're here for the cigar community.
Yeah.
And we're here for fun. As I always tell my students is my one go-to yuck 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 is what do you call a cow with no legs? I always say this one.
I don't know.
Hey friends, I'm Angela.
I'm Marcy.
It's us.
In the garage.
Bring it in. Boom. Welcome to your virtual cigar lounge. For those just joining us, this is our cigar community. For those who've been with us, thank you. Thank you. Now, what are we doing today? We're here for cigars, right? We're going to cut and light. We're going to pour. We're going to toast. We're going to talk about our cigars. I have a really cool cigar I want to talk a little extra about. We'll dive a little deeper in that. I mean, your cigar is always cool as well.
It's so pretty.
So yeah, it is. That's
it's
a
very
beautiful
pretty.
band. And I like how it has the cedar.
Yes.
So
yep.
have to burn that. I love how that smells. But anyway, so we're here, and we're gonna cut and light. All right. So do you have your wrapper binder filler today or not?
I do.
Okay, cool.
It's on my phone, of course.
But before I'm actually cut and light, you could start talking about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna pour this because I chose Santo. I hope I'm saying that right.
Oh, look.
Blanco.
That's
what I'm saying, because I knew we were having my wrapper is San Andreas. So I was like, you know what? It's a tequila kind of day.
It is a tequila kind of day.
So this is Blanco.
Yeah.
Yours is Blanco.
I drank whiskey all night last night, so
Oh.
it'll be a tequila kind of day.
All right.
It'll be
all
good.
right.
So this is, of course, we all know I only get my cigars from the Luxury Cigar Club.
Rightfully so.
I love it. And so this one is one of their exclusive ones. And it is the Blanco family. So this, I guess I'll say it. It's not going to sound good, but it's Liga Exclusiva de Familia de Blanco, which translates to exclusive blend of the family, which is a line of the Blanco brothers. So
I don't
this
want to hit my mic. Sorry. I drive Marcy crazy with this mic situation here. It's like, is the mic to the left? Is the mic to the right? Is that? Listen, let me drive you crazy.
We need to hang tennis balls from the ceiling of where it should be. You know, like when you park your cars.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
So this is a Honduran wrapper, and the binder
Honduran.
and the Nicaraguan binder and filler. So, but yeah, as she said, there's the cedar.
I do like that. We're gonna have to light that. I do like that. I do want to say though too, I picked this because Guy Fieri, and it's funny. His name is Fieri, even though it's with an R.
Yes,
it is right. To correctly pronounce it, it does sound like a T, but he also has a cigar line. So,
oh, of course.
So I was like, you know what?
Are we the only ones that don't have a cigar line?
No, we're gonna get one. I actually reached out to someone online about it. They make blends for the common person like us out of the DR, which this is. We're gonna talk about this.
Fun.
But you know, we need capital for that.
We do.
So let's do a cheers, because this girl's parched.
Oh. Here we go.
Cheers. Okay.
Cheers.
Welcome to the podcast studio, and cheers to you out there. You like it?
It's good.
Yeah, so this actually is, like I said, Guy Fieri and what's his name from Van Halen? Cabo Wabo. What's his name? Goodness gracious. Are you a Van Halen fan?
The new Van
Sammy
Halen?
Hagar.
I was going to say the new Van Halen or the old Van Halen. There's different.
I know, there's lots we talked
Okay.
about.
Sammy Hagar.
Sammy,
okay.
They partnered together to make this tequila.
Oh.
And I definitely know it's one of those, like, you know, like nothing bad in this.
No preservatives.
Nothing bad in this. It's like whatever they do to distill it, this and that, make it pure and perfect.
This is very cool. I don't know what this is.
I
but
know. You know what? I had met those guys. Show it on the camera.
So one side says El Pulpo.
El pulpo. It's an octopus.
Ah!
I know
Oh my
we
God!
were
I just
saying,
realized that.
We say it sounds like a bee when my grandma, like
Pulpo. So
that means
she
octopus.
I don't know. Can you zoom in on that, or you'll do a?
Yeah, I don't know if that's like
and then like a seal of
a coaster, but they gave it to me. I got
heads
to meet
tequila, tails whiskey.
Yeah, boop. Yeah, that's
it's
really
very
beautiful.
cool.
It's like a medallion.
It is. Yeah, I wanted to move this so I could cut, and I was like,
no, bring it close.
We got some stuff. Look at I got my V cut today.
Oh yeah.
Because my girl got me a V cut. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. It's so like, dink.
Yeah.
Done. Done. It's so interesting. It's so different than the guillotine.
Yeah, I kind of love it.
Yeah, I do too.
Watch how deep this one goes. That's pretty wild. Yours didn't go as deep as I probably would. Look at that difference.
You know, it's funny. The first time that I cut,
one of these then.
I was like, did I do it right? Because you're right.
Wait, I think is it?
No, that's
right.
the right way. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess that's just designed a certain way. That one.
Yeah, because it doesn't.
Go that deep.
It doesn't. That's what she said.
Oh yeah, I learned that your friends love to say that, but they didn't know The Office. That's pretty cool.
They do. Yeah, we're office freaks.
No, but someone that said that they said they didn't know they didn't like The Office.
Oh right, who was that?
I think you're a friend that you went away with. But hey, it's funny. I know that saying's been around. But I haven't heard it. Since I only know it from the show The Office. What happened?
I lit the match, but the fan is on.
Oh yeah, that's another reason why you like the butane, right? You don't mind if I like that, do you?
No, not at all.
Is the sticker on it?
No, I took it off.
Okay. I don't know if that's right, wrong, or indifferent, but I do love the smell of that cedar. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Even though it's like 102 degrees in here.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right. Can I borrow your other lighter?
No. You can have this one.
Oh.
This one's very special.
Fine.
Which is great. That one was like, that's the Jet Line. I think they're made on Long Island, believe it or not. Or the companies.
Woo!
And those are kind of pricey, but they're well worth it. The Jet Line. But this one was like $3, and I love it. It's crazy.
I love the look of it.
I picked it because it's red. Yeah.
Oh.
I got this like on Amazon.
Everything
just like
is
how we
red.
typed in butane cigar lighter, and maybe this was like $8. So.
Yeah, but still.
And this is also back in the day, so things have all tripled in price.
Yes.
In the last year or two? I swear, right? In the last even year or two, I feel like what's 2024, right? If something was $10 2 years ago, it's definitely 30 now. I don't it drives me insane. It's literally like
some of them have started to come down.
So yeah, I had mentioned it's 100. You're in a t-shirt. I just felt like I don't know. I worked last night and I went to bed pretty late. So I had a rock star moment and kind of rolled that. I threw the hat on. I left this is like my DJ.
It's very spiffy.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get it all smoked up because I have to take it to the dry cleaner.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to wear it.
I was on the baseball field sweating my butt off photographing T-ballers. So it's, if you just don't mind it's all good. What are you smoking? I don't think you've told us.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but I'll put a picture. This is the Gente by Stixxx Stones. Now, Wanda Hernandez, she's the owner of Stixxx Stones. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you haven't caught my interview with her on YouTube, I gotta somehow put the picture or link. I don't, whatever. I'm not sure if I know how to. I'm savvy enough to put those in.
I think
when
could.
You get to the end of like a YouTube video and the other ones populate, I'm like, Anyhow, trust what I'm saying. Find my link. The Stixxx Stones interview. We're in the Harlem Cigar Room. It's great. So these are hers. And follow her on Insta. I'll put that here. It's called Mi Gente. That means my people. And she also claims that it's not just her people, like her culture. It's the cigar people. Our cigar community. Okay. So it stands for all of the cigar people. Okay. Our community. Mi Gente. So I'm smoking the Robusto 5x52, 5" by 52 ring gauge. This is a full-bodied, as I said, San Andreas wrapper. That's why we got the tequila today. I chose that. You got the Blanco. We got the Blanco.
It's all coming together,
It's
folks.
all coming together. How's that so far?
It's nice. It's smooth.
I have to actually re-hit this because I think you're right. The
I know. I
fan
think it is
putting us
too.
all out here.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to, like I said, since we're here for cigars, mostly, right? That's why we're mostly here. I want to kind of talk a little bit more. Oh, this is nice. About kind of the background of these tobacco leaves, right? So, what do we have here? We have Criollo. Am I saying? I don't think I'm saying that right.
You're asking me, the second whitest person in the room?
I know. Well, did you take Spanish in high school?
Oh, yeah, but we both know how long ago that was, so.
Yeah. I, for my associate's degree, I went to junior college before I hit the New Paltz. We know I went to New Paltz. So at that time, I don't know. I think it still is. I don't know. But it was mandatory that I also took a language. So I kind of struggled through it in high school.
Right.
Because I'm a very slow reader in English. So when I had to do, I love taking Spanish, but I struggled. So when I even got to, it was Nassau Community College I went to. Shout out to Strong Island. I had to take Spanish then, but I think I had to take Spanish 2 or 3. Like I took it again and again because I couldn't pass it.
That was me with chemistry in high school.
Yeah. So I can't. I don't. I try to roll my R, but I can't. So Creole. I'm
Creole. It's 2 L's.
Yeah, Creole.
Yeah, because it would be a yo, like pollo.
So anyhow, and then el ligero. Okay, so they put in this. Now the parts of the tobacco plant, and I'll definitely put a picture because I love knowing the background of the leaves of the stalk, right? The top leaf, the bottom leaf, what kind of flavor notes.
Right.
It's nice and smoky.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Do you know that about the tobacco plant? That if you pick the leaves from the top, which I think is the ligero, it has different flavor. It yields different flavor notes than the bottom leaf.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I didn't really realize it, but now that you say it, it makes sense.
Yeah, we like to sprinkle in a little bit of. We like to try to sprinkle in a little cigar education on this podcast. But yeah, so the reason I'm mentioning that is because Wanda really took her time. This comes out of the Dominican Republic. With picking the leaves, picking the blend, and I know too. She says this is her secret sauce. She doesn't want to say everything that's in this filler.
That's fair.
Yeah. So the ligero is the top of the tobacco plant, right? It yields a nice, rich, spice-like taste. Okay, and I know the flavor notes because I've smoked the Gente before. It has a cocoa, a little bit of cafe, and also a hint of. So I don't get it wrong. I don't know. Oh, hint of, and it just trails off. But I do know there's nice cedar notes in here, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful stick. And like I said, please check out that interview because this has a nice open draw, which for me is really important.
Yeah.
Because I know there's actually some cigar, big heavy hitter brands, believe it or not, that I love. That they tend to be a little tight. Yeah. And it surprises me because it's a $40 stick. And I don't know if that's what they want to deliver, and people. I mean, if the consumer is enjoying that, then but I like an open draw.
I feel like they're almost too hard to smoke. It's not enjoyable to smoke if it's too hard of a draw.
Yeah.
So
now have you found in your memory that a more pricier stick tended to be tighter? Because I don't know, and I'm always surprised by that.
I don't know, actually.
What?
I don't know. I think that's interesting. That's something that maybe when we journal, it's something to note. If it's the draw that comes off it. I don't think that's one of our choices. One of the aspects of journaling. But that would be interesting because it might be good, but. Sometimes you don't have an hour to smoke a cigar. Sometimes it's about to rain and you just got to get one in on the back porch. Yeah.
I did that. I ran outside kind of before. Sometimes, the rain hits at midnight. I don't know if that's a thing. But anyway, I just kind of, I quickly like threw on one log, and I'm like, I have to at least get in like 10 minutes worth of puffs.
Yeah.
Because, before the rain came down on me, my fire pit. Just because I almost couldn't go to sleep unless I like.
It's funny. It's relaxing. Yeah. You know, end your evening with a cigar.
Yeah.
Around the fire.
Yeah.
So. Are you gonna pause it?
Yeah.
I hear we have a new toast for today.
Yeah. About every 20 episodes or so, I like to switch it up. So I found another banger of a classic Irish toast. Right? I'm Sicilian American, but my wife is 100% Irish. So we got to throw that in there. Do you have any Irish in you at all?
I actually have quite a bit of Irish. I did one of those 23andMe.
Oh, do I know this?
I don't know. I mean, I was always told we're Irish and French. And there have been stories, I think they're now rumors, that my aunt would always talk about, that we had Native American, which, I mean, I think a lot of people tend to say that they do. But she had stories, and she says she has documentation, and we're part of this tribe, the Abenaki tribe, in Vermont. But
in Vermont?
There was,
Nice.
But there was zero.
I love history of that.
Zero Native American that came up.
Mm-hmm.
It was like
zero.
Wow, wasn't even.
Even say sometimes that 1% could mean more than you would think.
Nothing. But the majority, it was almost 50-50 Irish and French.
Yeah. So that part they got right.
They got right.
Now what?
Yes.
Who would they claim? Were they like, oh, your great grandpa or something, or because? But they do say it would show up 1 or 2%, even if it is your great, right? Doesn't that show up?
I would think, yeah. And then, of course, the more people that use the service, like the numbers will probably change. The more people that input, and that. I mean, I've gotten like, this is your first cousin, this is your second cousin, this is your third cousin. I was like, that's really weird now, like that it keeps popping up.
And I'm like, wow, you have.
Yeah.
You have a cousin in.
I know. It'd be interesting.
California.
I haven't reached out to anybody, but it would be interesting to see if anybody reaches out. And it's in my mother's side, and my grandfather's lineage is supposed to have Abenaki tribe in them. Well, I had no idea, folks. Stay tuned.
The original America. Give our natives props. Okay, we're not going to unpack that, but that kind of...
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this. Criollo. I'm sorry. I know I'm butchering it.
Somebody please post how she's supposed to say that.
So I do, like I said, cigar education. It is a type of tobacco mainly used to make cigars, right? I have to reiterate that because there's tobaccos that make cigarettes.
Gross.
Yeah. And don't forget, you don't inhale a cigar. You do not inhale a cigar. Please don't compare cigars to cigarettes, people.
I know. Just don't even comment about that.
Don't do it.
We're not reading it.
To have originated, in Cuba around the time of Christopher Columbus, right? So we're going back.
Speaking of Native Americans.
Speaking of Criollo means native seed, and refers to tobaccos grown in different countries. Okay, so it's not just Cuban. And this one is from, like I said, the Dominican. And the flavor notes coming out of this is smooth finish on the palate, which I do find. I said cedar and coffee, and there is an earthiness to this as well. So get yourself some mi gentes. I'm going to promote Wanda as much as I can.
You should.
She's badass.
So, 500 women.
Oh, yeah. We vote for you. Run for president. You got my vote. So what's going on here? You enjoying this?
This
we got
is
the wind,
good.
The wind's blowing.
I know, it's lovely. Let me tell you, it's lovely. It's like I've got the hair blowing.
Like
it's
very the fan on the stage.
It's very 1980s music video. This is
Debbie Gibson.
This is good. This is very creamy, a little like vanilla-y.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just smooth. I like it. It's just a comfortable cigar. You don't have to think twice about it. Like, yep, that's a good one. I can just sit. I can drink tequila with it, or have a glass of whiskey with it. which I have a list of these great whiskeys now that we should try. Like I said, I was at a whiskey tasting. One of my cousins had one last night.
Oh, I love that.
It was so fun. He had, and me, I think you
didn't bring any?
I didn't bring any.
Did you leave with a bottle of something?
No, I didn't. I did not.
Snag it for the poodles in
I
podcast
studio. He's one to like really do something like to its fullest. He loves to like cook, and they're always trying new recipes. So they had homemade apple cider donuts. Actually, they were like maple donuts because he had a whiskey. It's so fun. It comes in like, it looks like an old milk jug, and it was maple. It might have been maple honey. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up because we actually took the shot glasses and put it inside the donut. It was really fun. So I was like sipping the whiskey and then eating my donut.
Oh, cool.
And but yeah, we got to try all of these different maple donut whiskey.
But where was that? Oh, cool. So now these were curated from what you were in Mass, but like what state was that coming? Is this homemade stuff?
These not homemade whiskey. No, he just he did some research, and he put together this whole like slideshow, and like these are the notes you would have. And I'm there like, you know what? I can really taste the vanilla, and I was like, this is like having, smoking a cigar. And my husband's just like, nah, I didn't like this one. And I'm like, no, you gotta like swirl it and let's have a second taste. And if you add ice, it's so crazy. A lot of us added an ice cube, which I don't know how much, if you drink whiskey with or without ice.
With or without.
It completely changes the flavor.
Yeah.
And it didn't burn as much.
Yeah.
But without ice, you can actually, we didn't do it, but I wish we had water droppers.
Yes.
So if you add like two drops of water, it'll taste a little bit different. Yeah. If you add like 4 drops of water, you may even taste something even more different. So
100%.
It was interesting to learn that.
Scotch tasting here in the Hudson Valley, and that's the first time I learned that. The guy had the droppers. And he would go around and it's really cool because he was like 1 drop, 3 drops, and it does change it a bit.
It does. One of the women there was like, oh my god, this burns so much, and we were like, add an ice cube to it, and she did, and she was like, oh wow, I really like that. It's like you can just, I feel like you can taste it a little bit more because it's not a burn. But
that's kind of the thing too, like you said with cigars, because there's so many different types of cigars, and today I find there's like so many like the recipe of it's like very losing the word, but it is like more of like a recipe of like they're getting more sophisticated is the word, like the blends are really more thoughtful than ever before. I mean, they've always been honed in, but now they're just, it's almost scientifically like they're blending, and so like you say with like that 1 drop or 4 drops.
It's completely different.
It's wild.
But for any newbies out there, because I still consider myself kind of a newbie, don't like get discouraged if you're like, I don't taste anything. Can't taste those flavor notes. If it's a good cigar, if you just like to smoke it, it doesn't really matter, and that's kind of, I never can really taste a whole bunch. But I do know I can feel like it's creamy, or it's just a great
you love
taste.
it or you don't.
It's exactly right. Some of them are a bit heavier and a little bit harsher, and you're like, no, not for me. So don't get discouraged just because we spit out like all your flavor notes of what it should be. But
100%.
If it does say it's a creamy blend or vanilla-y blend, you might be like more apt to be like, oh, I'm drawn to those, instead of something that's like earthy or spicy. So this one has cedar. Yeah. This one is spicy.
But again, and also for me, it's the mood. But I'm always in the mood.
I agree.
For, like, I agree though. Like I'm just so in love with cigars. It doesn't.
But if I'm just playing, if we're just, my husband and I are just out on the back deck playing Scrabble, I would opt for something a little lighter. If I'm going to sit by the fire and just really enjoy with a glass of whiskey or bourbon, I might go for something a little bit heavier.
So that's cool. So you said that was your cousin or your brother?
My cousin.
Now, do they do that annually?
No, this is the first time he's done it. He loves to just do.
How was the DJ Dolce get on the list? That sounds like a good time. Well, I was working yesterday, but you know me, I like to just piggyback on the.
Well, what's funny is then he had
Marcy,
various.
call me.
He had on his TV. He would be
that
like,
stuff.
you know, we made this drink with this, like a mixed drink or whatever. One of them were frozen mudslides, and we had finished all of the taste testing, and we're just kind of shooting the shit or whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm really gonna try that mudslide. He's like, oh, we have all the ingredients. It was like 10:30, and I was like, yeah, let's make a mudslide. Let's make mudslide. So we did. And it was just like a little of this and some of this, and they were delicious.
Delicious. What's your cousin's name? First name?
Matt.
Shout out to you, Matt.
I wouldn't.
And I'm getting on your invite list next year.
My youngest brother was named after a soap opera star.
That's what you had.
So
yeah,
it's very possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a good night, but I like the tequila too.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna say this. Thanks for coming. You know, this one sometimes, excuse me, the short and sweet. I have to take what I can get when Marcy comes. I'm so appreciative. Thank you for joining us out there. Definitely comment below what you're smoking.
If you're a newbie.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Because, yeah, if you're a newbie, I've got several videos. Just kind of scroll through my YouTube.
Yep.
How to retrohale. How to this, how to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this, too. Shout out to Cigars Daily. Tim, the owner of the Cigars Daily shop in Arizona.
Oh.
He owns a cigar shop and lounge.
Okay.
But he also has an excellent YouTube channel.
Okay.
With lots of instruction on how to cut, how to light, this and that. So that's good to know. Because mine is more like it's education. We're here for education and fun. This is for entertainment purposes only, people. Right? This is just, we're here for the cigar community.
Yeah.
And we're here for fun. We didn't do any, I had a list that next time you come. We got to get more of the dad jokes in. The ones I always tell my students is my one go-to yuck 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 is what do you call a cow with no legs? I always say this one.
I don't know.
Ground beef.
Damn.
So anyhow, we got the jokes. Again, please subscribe, follow us. If you're listening in your car, you can listen on Spotify. So we're there too. And you can watch on Spotify these days too, which is kind of cool. Somehow I figured that out. I don't know how I did, but I did. All right, so you have any closing words?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
I feel like I said a lot this episode. I've used them all. I filled my quota.
Filled it up. All right, let's do a final cheer. Let's hold this and we'll cheers after this. All right, we're doing this?
This is fun. Yes, I like this toast.
All right, we're going to start it off together.
Here's to cheating, fighting, stealing, and drinking. If you cheat, may you cheat death.
If you steal, may you steal the heart of people you love.
If you fight, may you fight for your friends.
And if you drink,
may you drink us together.
Cheers.
Cheers.
A la sante.
Oh, that last sip was good.
Yeah, the lime wheel.
I like the lime wheel in there instead of like just a garnish. Yeah. I like it. It adds a nice little.
Zoom in on that one. All right, so
she wrote, folks.
You remember what else we say? It's been a bit.
Oh, I remember.
We'll see you
next time.